Happiness, the thing everybody strives for, but today your goal is not to be happy. Your actions aim for the opposite. You want to be the saddest sado sailing onto the sea of sadness. Much easier to achieve compared to happiness. This video will provide you with all the tactics that you need to do in order to become the most miserable person known to man, with some of which you are already doing. So let's begin. First, stay still. Remain indoors as much as possible, preferably in the same room. Be the human equivalent of a pile of laundry, inert and moving. Don't let a beautiful day tempt you to go for a walk. Avoid anything vaguely exercitial, like reaching for the pack of gums across the room. This keeps the reward chemicals out of your brain, which could diverge, and stillness guides you toward medical problems, which will keep the wheel turning. This is the most effective thing you can do. Be the laundry pile. Make your bedroom your all room. Live, work, play, and sleep in the smallest radius that you can, which brings us to the next tip, that is to screw with your sleep. The rate of insomnia will be your co-pilot onto the sea of sadness. Her mere presence is unpleasant, but she also helps confuse the productive part of your brain, which might look to navigate you toward the island of happiness on the horizon. More on that later. A regular sleep cycle is a thing that takes at least 3 days to establish. Be sure to vary your bedtime by several hours twice a week, at least. Even better, vary your wake time. Sleep in late, preferably very late, some, but not all days. And tell yourself you are making up for sleep to feel like you are doing something, even though you feel terrible when you wake up early and when you wake up late. Irregular sleep is another of the sea's accelerating current. The more you vary your sleep, the harder regular sleep becomes, which makes your sleep more variable. To never sleep or wake at the same time naturally is the goal, and to help in this, maximize your screen time. Staying on the screen complements the previous sailing tactics. Boredom could drive you to motion, so let the screen entertain you. Tiredness can push you to sleep, so let the screen keep you awake as long as possible. Always fall asleep with a screen in your hand and put your eyes back on it as soon as you're awake. Every moment away from a screen is the moment you might notice the horizon. Keep your head down and let the currents pull you. Here you have allies unknown. Behind the screens are teams of the smartest people and brightest bots, competing to hold your attention on them as long as possible. So let them reach you to pull you back if you turn away. Plus, screens help you with number 4. Use your screen to stroke negative emotions, to feed your anger or anxiety about things over which you have no control or influence. Be well informed while doing nothing. The things you care about could be navigational guides out of the sea, reasons to leave your old room and take meaningful actions with the humans around you. But you can instead use the things you care about as further sources of misery. Focus on the bad to fuel your resentment or despair. If you must contribute, do so in meaningless talking ways and be disappointed in the lack of change. We're coming towards the end, and if you're doing it right, misery is descending, but some part of your brain is rebelling, trying to turn the ship by setting a goal. If you're not careful, that part of your brain just might save you, but luckily we can do more than just howl it. We can fool it to navigate deeper into the sea. To reach goals, they must be specific, measurable, actionable, for which you are responsible and time-bounded. I will turn the wheel 1 degree right now. Instead, set the productive part of your brain on vapid goals. Vague, amorphous, pie in the sky, irrelevant, delayed. Make the target unclear and the path unclear. If motivation strikes, aim ridiculously high, which in itself is not a bad thing, but in your current state is not achievable and will guarantee failure. I will clean the whole house today. It's much better than I will do the laundry in this pile. Cleaning a whole house is impossible if you are not prepared mentally and will feel like there is always more to do, so you will always fail. Focus on the goals that are after what you wish to achieve. Learn how to market an app before you learn how to code. This will distract the productive part of your brain quite nicely, and be sure to wait for that motivation to kick in rather than setting a time that you must be accountable to. You'll do something when you feel like it, which will never come or never be enough to matter. With vapid goals, you will turn the productive part of the brain from a dangerous source of self-improvement that rewards every small step into a consistent nag that berates you for your failure to have already accomplished your goal every step of the way. Now, the vapid goals you've set should distract the productive part of your brain, but if it still fights against you, direct it towards the mirage of the sea of sadness, the islands of happiness themselves. Pursue happiness directly. The human mind is such that by setting sail towards happiness, will achieve the opposite. Imagine happiness as a place where happy people are happy all the time. This turns unhappiness into an unreachable feeling of constant bliss that no one has. True happiness is like a bird that might land on your ship, but never if you constantly stand guard to catch it. Instead, you should improve your ship and sail into warmer water. The bird will land when you're not looking. So be sure to never do that. I almost gave you good advice. Sorry about that. So where we were? Oh yeah. Aim towards the mirage of happiness rather than improving the ship upon which you sail. Last, but most importantly, follow your instincts. Navigation deeper into the sea of sadness is quite easy now, for there is a dark magnetic field that points the compass of your impulses in the right direction. Once you get started, you will want to stay indoors. You will want to not exercise. You will want to sleep in. You will want to do whatever makes you sadder after you've done it. Your compass points the way, both in and out. So follow true north of your impulses and stay away from the other pole of happiness. It's also simple. Just get started with these tactics and let the sea carry you along. Hey bro. If you enjoyed this kit and want to see more stuff like this, I recommend that you subscribe. And also, I open up my Patreon and relist all my products there. So if you want a way to support the channel and help me make more videos, but also you want to help yourself, I recommend that you check my Patreon. So it will be a win-win for both of us. Until then, have an amazing day.